It's been a month that I finally saw this movie and I still can't talk about this movie.
Like we used to do.
The Great Wall is the American-Chinese movie from Universal Pictures and Legendary Pictures, directed by Yimou and stars Matt Damon. In this story, The Great Wall talks about one of the greatest stories of the history of the Great Wall of China, and one of them is basically two European archers who came to make a trade with the Great Wall of China itself about trading for black powder, and then suddenly there's a disagreement going on. They had to arrest those two archers, but then suddenly things go bad when the Great Wall of China got attacked by this so-called creatures, Tao Te. And now that one of the archers got himself into the war, those two Europeans will join together forces with China to fight against the creatures of the so-called Tao Te. Now when I first saw this movie, I was going to be excited that this movie was going to be great, and I saw this movie in IMAX 3D. But after watching this movie, I was like, what happened in this movie? I mean, I can't talk about this. So the beginning of the movie, I mean, it's like, okay, it's a fresh start, it's already getting good. But then after the 10 minutes of the movie, we just get to the great scene. I was like, okay, it's a good start. We just get to the great scenes already. We just jumped into the great scenes, into the war that is happening. And now the movie goes on with a lot of great scenes, great movie parts. And it's only like 40 to 50 minutes of the movie. Like, I don't know how many minutes I've been in. Like, the middle of the end. I was like, what's going on with this movie? Like, how did we suddenly happen to be like this? And why is it suddenly like this? Why did the movie become like this? What happened to the plot? It doesn't make any sense. That's something I want to say. Now, first of all, there are lots of great visual effects in this movie. I like how the visual effects is used in this movie. I mean, they tried to make a great scene with the great visual effects, but suddenly it was not used right for the plot. And suddenly there was one of those disappointing scenes like, oh, this scene's supposed to be like this, but suddenly we just get this, which makes it a little bit more bad, which makes me pissed off about this movie. Like, oh, I knew it's gonna happen, and suddenly, yeah, it just happened. Now let's talk about the characters. The characters, Matt Damon play as this guy named Willem. Now Willem is some kind of European archer. Now he was like with his brother named Pedro, I suppose, and they were going to trade for black powder. And you know, Matt Damon's character used to be good. You know, he played as Jason Bourne. And what I like about his character is like he's good at archer and he's good at that, but he's kind of like a loyal person. That's what I want to say about this character, that he's a loyal person. Like, there's a war going on. It's like, okay, we'll just join this war. We're gonna go and trade for that. Yeah, however the character goes. What's disappointing is basically Pedro's character. I don't know, Peru, however I call that guy. Yeah, I mean, like, he was like his brother. It's like, okay, I'll join you to war. Come on, we're gonna get black powder. And suddenly something just happened, which I can't really spoil it in this review. And then suddenly we get this character named Commander Lin Mei. I think that's what she's called, and she kind of reminds me of a friend. I mean, she reminds me of my friend in school. No, really, she looked a little bit similar to it. And she's kind of a little bit like, I don't know, she's a leader of it, and then suddenly she's like, okay, we're gonna make this situation happening, but then suddenly, okay, you know, she's got a little bit aggressive, like, you lie, you came to trade, just like in the trailer, basically. Like, she's a very heartful person. No love person. There's no love relationship in this story. And then you get one of those characters, like one of those archers, one of those warriors who, like, I don't know, this warrior, he's like basically those guys who, oh, this is Archer, okay, I'm gonna help you, buddy. Okay, she's scared. Like, there's this one person who's basically a coward in the story. I'm serious. Now talk about Willem Dafoe. I can't get pictures of his character, but that's gonna be the picture I'm gonna show, and that's basically, you know, his actor, what he looks like. Now, but Willem Dafoe, he plays this guy named Ballard, and I don't know, he's kind of like this prisoner in the Great Wall, I suppose, but then suddenly he's like, one of the characters like, okay, you know what, this guy could be our escape guy, you know what, we're gonna use this guy, and suddenly they just did it, they just did the bad thing with this character, which I was like, oh, what, no, and then suddenly the character's like, I don't know, he's like, ha, finally I did it, like that. And Ballard just turned into like a, what? This guy's just, okay. To be honest, there were some great scenes in it. I mean, the visual effects are good, the cinematography of this movie was great, but the problem I had was actually how the plot works in the movie. That's all I have to say. I mean, I got nothing else to say about this movie, but The Great Wall was actually an okay movie that could have been more great. If you're expecting to get this on DVD or get this on Blu-ray, I don't know, I think you can get this on DVD. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, it's like, you're not gonna tell me to get this on DVD, right? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Maybe I will. Maybe someday I will. But anyways, that was my review on The Great Wall. I had to make this a little bit disappointing. Sorry, I had to try to use my words right. And basically, if you enjoyed my review on The Great Wall, give it a like. And tell me if you've seen The Great Wall. If you've seen The Great Great Wall, tell me what you think about the movie in the comments below. And tell me if you're going to see Great Wall. I suggest not, but if you want to watch it, that's fine. And try not to get an IMAX release. I mean, IMAX just works great for this movie. And for me, it's just how the plot works. I mean, if you're gonna watch this on February 17th, that's when the US release comes out. You'd rather watch A Cure for Wellness or Fist Fight. I don't know, just go with the Great Wall if you want to. But yeah, that was my review on The Great Wall. And now, here's my outro. That is all for this video. If you do enjoy this video, give it a like. That would be very helpful. And in the description, you'll find two links where you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. I appreciate you guys for watching this, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.